There comes a time in your life when you have to ask yourself, where am I going? What am I doing? What is my purpose here? You have to do what T.D. Jakes calls the trimming process. You have to circumcise yourself. Circumcision means trim back that which is not necessary. And so you have to decide, and nobody else is going to do this but you. Nobody else can do this. You have to decide, what is it that I have to take a look at? What do I believe in? Where do I want to go? Um, you have to see that you've got to work hard. Um, you've got to sacrifice the things that you need to get put to the side. I mean, as long as man's been alive, there are people who obviously eat too much, they drink too much, they smoke too much, and everybody intellectually knows about these things. But when you talk about trimming, going through the trimming process and circumcision, back in the day, these people had to sacrifice. That's what that is. You have to trim back and you have to go through some pain. And we don't do that well. And you can have all the messages you need. I mean, Sylvester Stallone said, it isn't about how hard you hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Now, you tell me, in the United States of America, what black man don't know that? What minority doesn't know that? What person who doesn't have large sums of money that doesn't know that? But the thing is doing it. So it's like I was looking at my man Sonny Winstead, and I said, see, I kind of knew the last time we met, we had a reunion, in Tibbetts Brooks Park. He was in shape, you know. And he knows he has to get up and go do it, And this is one of the reasons why, people, they say, look, I need some structure. I need to, I used to talk to my brother about this all the time. Most people, it gets cold and they go to jail and what do? They get to bed on time and they get some sleep, they gain some weight, they lift weights and they come out. It don't last a month, because they done smoked themselves out and they look like an angelfish from the side. I can't stand nobody tell me what to do. I get my own stuff between 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym. Why? Because I want to look a certain way. I want to feel a certain way. I ran 5 miles today. Nobody has to make. I've been disciplining myself for many, many years. I decided one of the things I had to trim back was 27 years ago. I needed to stop drinking alcohol. It just wasn't good for me. It's like T.D. Jakes was saying, he says, he spun around on the bar stool and said, wait a minute. Now, I've been walking with God too long to still be this moody and unstable. I got to go through the trimming process. Ain't nothing wrong with a brother like me taking a walk in the woods and confronting myself. He said I had to go, I'm not going to go back and go through the things I've already gone through before. Go through what my father's gone through before. Go through what my 2 brothers have gone through before. And all 3 of them is dead. Come on, Rodney. Come on. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. So, no, I don't drink alcohol. Ain't nothing wrong with alcohol. God created wine to gladden the hearts of men. The problem is not the wine. The problem is Rodney want to be glad all the time. For the time I was 12, I used it to cover my feelings of inadequacy. Now it's time for me to put it down and learn how to work through my problems, solve my problems like it says in the road less traveled. The problem is, if you look in the road less traveled, it says problems and pain. Life is difficult. It's very difficult. The only way we're going to learn how to solve that is to stop saying that it's difficult and start solving them problems. The reason we don't want to solve them, because problems are painful. But it also says in there, Benjamin Franklin said that those things that hurt instruct. When I go to the gym, the sit-ups are supposed to hurt. And I looked at Sonny's abs, I said, yep, that hurt, but that's the reward. And so you learn how to eat better. You learn how to rest yourself better. Right now, it's been about 3 weeks. I flipped my eating schedule. I eat 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That way, I have between 3 and 11 till I can eat. That gives me 8 hours of eating, and then the other 16 hours, my body's fasting and using the other stuff. Now, that's not easy to do, but it's the only way that it's going to use up, the stored energy. So before, it was like you sleep 8 hours, right? And your stomach rests for 8 hours, and then you got 16 hours of eating. That's not good. It don't work for me. So the guy said flip it every now and then and force your body to use what's stored. So I flipped it around, and sure enough, no breakfast, no lunch. I ate at 3 o'clock. I got used to it. That went on for a couple of weeks. I lost them 4 or 5 pounds like it wasn't nothing. But I said, me being the way I am, I'm going to do some more. Why? Because I like the rewards. So now I'm used to it. And here it is, what, 12:40. I eat at 3 o'clock, you know, and I'm making a tape. I nourish myself that way. But either way, you have got to do what you got to do. Now's the time. This is the place. I'm the man. One.